PUC Online Classroom. Today we're going to continue our lesson, Unit 11. But before I start talking about activity number 6, I would like to talk about homework a little bit. So on Friday, I asked you to do exercises about passive, right? In our lesson and also in the handouts. So I attached the answer keys so that you can check and compare your answers, all right, with that handout. And if you have questions, you can ask me in a comment below, or you can go to our Telegram group chat. Okay, so that's it for the beginning, for the introduction. And now let's go to our lesson. It is listening will build them. So in this listening, I would like you to listen again, everybody, with the audio that I attached you on Friday. Listen to these three places and answer to the two questions in each. For example, the first one, the pyramids. Who built them? Why were they built? Okay, Machu Picchu. How big is the city? When was it discovered? Okay, and the last one is the Great Wall of China. So why was it built? How long is it? So you just listen and find out the answers of this, and make sure you get all the answers from each place. Okay. All right. So let's move on to number 7. Local industry, which is about word power. So in this case, you also have to do by yourself as well. I think those words are not really difficult. Probably you know all of them. We have cattle, corn, electronics, goats, so on and so forth. So you can use your own dictionary to check and find out those meanings. So what you are going to do in this activity is that you have to put these words into the right category. All right. So the first one, farm. Farm here means not farming, everybody. So let me show you what it is. So this picture is about uh, the picture, the people that they farm their lobster in the sea, right? And if you take a look at this different spot right here, those are lobster right there. Okay, so it's in the fire in the open sea right this, and they have some kind of lobster. They have oysters too. All right, they can farm the oyster right there too. Okay, so let's go back to our lesson, and we have grow. It come from the word grow, you know that. Manufacture means invent in the factory. Okay, and raise. Yeah, let's go to raise one more picture. As you can see right here, these two guys, they are feeding their animals. So feeding, or they are raising different kind of animals. Okay, that's what we call raising. So from the young age to the old age of the animals. Okay, all right, so you probably understand what it is, and you probably can find out more about the meaning. Okay, so come back to our activity number 7. So I want you to do this and put all of this word into the right category. All right, and I will give you the answers later. So let's move on to number 8. That is another listening. Everybody, you're going to listen to Kelly and Jordan. They have a conversation, and you need to find out what's going on in this conversation. And you don't need to do anything. Just try to understand what what they are talking in the conversation. All right. And let's go to number 9. Number 9 is again passive, but right here without by, and you can only use present simple right here. So this is about present simple passive, and we don't use by. I think you probably still remember when we use by, when we don't use by, right? So once again, we use by when the subject in an active sentence is specific or is known, then you have to use by. And we don't use by when the subject in an active sentence is not specific or unknown. Okay, let's take a look at this example, and you probably don't remember the lesson that I explained on Friday, but let's try once again right here. They use the euro in most Europe. So as you can see right here, it is present simple right here. Okay, but let's take a look at the subject they, and this is an active sentence, so it means people use the euro in most of Europe. And when we change to passive, we can change to the euro is used in most of Europe. You can see right here we don't have by them, right? Because we don't know who they are. There's so many people who use euro and they are not specific. So that is the reason we don't use by. Okay. Again, second one, they speak English in many European countries. Now you can say English is spoken in many European countries. You cannot say by them because we don't know who speak English in European countries. All right. So right now, I think you can find the differences between passive with by and passive without by. But again, everybody, in this case, you are going to use only present simple. Okay. So your job in this case is to finish these two parts. Okay. Part A, use the verb given right here in a bracket in a passive form. Okay. But make sure that you need to take a look at the subject carefully because some are singular, some are plural, then you have to change to be accordingly. All right. For example, many crops with s, then you know exactly that we have to use r, right? You can say many crops are grown in Taiwan. Okay, so because many crops is plural subject, then you have to use r, and then you can finish the rest until part B. Okay. Alright, so that's it for this lesson, and I will give you all the answers on Wednesday. Alright, and if you have any question about this grammar point, so please leave your question in a comment below. And you also can, if you don't want, you also can go to our Telegram group chat. Alright, that's it for today, everybody. Thanks